Hello everyone, welcome to my first Plan With Me video. I have always wanted to do these. It was one of the things that I had planned on doing since the very beginning of this channel, but unfortunately I started in early 2020 and with everything that happened, there just wasn't a whole lot to plan for, not a lot of outings, not a lot of fun things, and sadly not a lot to look forward to. We had a brand new baby and we just stayed home for most of the year. So I kind of fell out of my groove with planning, just kind of lost the love for it for a while, but I still had all of my planning supplies, so many stickers, so many things that I wasn't using. I ended up destashing a lot of my Happy Planner stuff because I was very into my Happy Planner back then, but it was all going to waste just sitting around. It wasn't until I went to a Plan B meetup at the beginning of December, or was it November? These last 2 months have just disappeared. But I saw that someone had this planner and I totally fell in love with it. Fell in love with the color of the cover, fell in love with the layout. It was different to what I had seen anywhere else. And so that is what I will be using this year. So as you can see, this planner is from Lime and Mortar. It is a small Aussie business. And here are all the details if you would like to pause and have a look at things like the website, Instagram, all the info you need is here. Okay, so let's get this pretty thing out. I have been dying to get into this and start using it, but I have just been so busy and I really wanted to start recording, but if you watch my crafty videos, my daughter is going on a really big nap strike at the moment, and today is one of the first times she has napped in a very long time. So while she's quiet, instead of napping myself, which I was really feeling like I might fall asleep on the couch, I decided to get up and get this done instead. Here is the cover. It is so beautiful. It feels lovely. I've never had a coil-bound planner before. I've always had discs. So this is going to be something to get used to. I really did enjoy being able to take my pages out, write on them, and decorate them all that I liked and then put them back in. So while I will have to adjust to that, I am really looking forward to trying this one out this year. There is a lot of space here for growth, I guess, for my planner to get thicker with all the stickers and fun things I'm going to stick in it over the year. While this planner is very beautiful and I do plan on adding a lot of decorative items to it, this for me is all about being functional and for it to help me get through the next year. We've got a lot of changes coming up this year. We were looking for a house all year this year and it didn't happen, so chances are it could happen next year. And our eldest is starting primary school, so that's a lot of changes for our family too. On top of that, I'm trying to run my YouTube channel, get back into my blog, my Instagram, and be a mum to our little one. So it's just going to be chaos. And I figured this in itself can kind of be a little bit of a hobby and a way to relax, which is what I'm going to need, as well as helping me keep track of everything and keep organized. Today, I am mostly going to focus on my goals. As I said in the video when I unbox this, I probably won't use passwords and logins because I have an app to take care of all of that. And the passwords on that are like 40 characters long, but I will think of something else to do with this page. I will come back and do this page too. So here is the goals section, and this is what I'm going to be working on today. I figured the best way to start the new year is with a clear, well, as clear as I can make it, plan on what I want to be doing next year. Okay, so I just went and found my favorite highlighters. I can't believe how long this took me to find. Just goes to show I wasn't prepared to start this today. But with those magical naps, you just gotta take what time you can find. And while I was looking for them, I think I just found, I can count in front of me, another 6 Happy Planner sticker books that I had totally forgotten that I had. So I'll be going through them later, which is going to be like Christmas all over again. I love finding my old supplies. But again, it's really sad that I haven't been using them. So let's get into this one so that we can start using up this stuff again. So I love these 2 pages. It's got 12 places for goals. And what I'm going to be doing is writing a main goal at the top and all the little things that go with that goal underneath. Some of them are kind of going to be steps to take in order to achieve that goal, and some are just ideas and things that have popped into my head while I'm thinking about these goals. So let's get started. I'll take you through my goals for 2022. Okay, so as you can see, I've got 6 of my goals so far. I do have some more that I am still fleshing out in my notebook, but these ones are some of the biggest ones for next year. As you can see, the top 2 are fairly personal and family related, and all of this is to do with, I guess, work. So I don't know how interested you'll be in all of my plans and all this personal stuff for next year, but if you've been around for a while, you might be interested in knowing more about the person who the crafty hands are attached to, what's going on in my life, everything that I guess is happening behind the scenes. If you're not interested in that, I would totally understand. Maybe this will give you some ideas for your goals for this year, or maybe you'll see something that I've missed in amongst this that you think I should add. And if that's the case, let me know in the comments. But I would love to know what your goals are. Have you started planning things like this? Do you have a planner? Are you just watching because you're like me? Maybe you're nosy. You want to just know what other people are getting up to. Whatever the case is, I'd love for you to leave me a comment. Let me know for any of the above. I would love to know. Okay, so we've got find new home. So for those of you who don't know, we've been looking for a home for a very long time. We actually put an offer in on a house on my birthday last year, which is in February, and we still haven't had any luck with finding a house. It's just the way the market is at the moment, and we are very lucky where we're not desperate for a house. I know that we feel desperate some days, but we're already paying off this one. We have totally outgrown it, but we're not in the same position that so many people are at the moment where we're desperate to find a house. So we, I guess, in a sense, can afford to be a little bit picky and wait for something that comes along and suits us. But again, with the market the way it is at the moment, we've been looking a while and we still haven't found something. Or we found many houses actually that have worked, but for various reasons things haven't worked out, such as owners taking offers smaller than ours because they don't want people to find out about the termite problems in houses and just ridiculous things like that. It's been a really wild year, but as you can see, I've got just a few things we need to do, things that we need to redo now that interest rates have changed. I know that's very boring planning, but it is just stuff that has to be done. One of these is obviously going to be expanded on a lot further in this section here. So this little house, we've been in it for about 10 years now. It's a great little house. We bought it knowing that it would be a rental at some point, but we also decided to get married and travel and have children while we're here and saving up for the next house. So all of that definitely added years onto the original plan of getting in and out quick and renting it out. But it's been a great little house and we do have some fantastic memories here. So with the house being 10 years older than when we moved in, it does need some things upgraded. We have done the kitchen. We will be doing one of the bathrooms as well. But something that's really exciting, which might not seem very exciting to anyone else, is that we will be installing new blinds very soon. We've ordered them. They're on their way. It's going to brighten up this little house so much and replace all the ones that are just slowly falling apart over the years. If you have done anything that I'm listing and you have any tips on how to make it easier for us, most of this is the first time we'll be doing any of this. I'd love to know anything that will help us get through this. So as you can see, we do have a lot more here, which is good. That's going to keep us busy over the next few months while we just keep saving for a house and hopefully find one soon. Okay, so my daughter woke up and I think it's been about a week since I sat down with my planner, just the way things go with my videos. So as I was saying, these are personal goals, and down here we're getting more into my worky slash businessy kind of things. So first up here we've got functioning craft space, and for those of you who don't know, I work off our dining table. I have completely taken over the dining space in this house. The dream is to find a new home with enough room for a craft room so that we don't have to live like this anymore. So I'm going to try to make the most of what I've got. I mean, I'm always trying to do that, but I need to, I guess, just get out of that mindset of, oh, we're not going to be here for very long. Doesn't matter what it looks like, because I've been saying that since February last year when we started looking at houses, and we're still here. So I want us to be comfortable while we're still here, and I want to be in a space that works and a space where I'm not looking for things that were in my hands 2 seconds ago. So I feel like having a functioning craft space is going to help a lot with the rest of my business goals too. I can tell it's been a while since I sat down with my planner because my writing's gone back to wonky. I had a nice run. Okay, so what I've got for my functioning craft space is to organize a filing system, because not only is my dining table the space where I craft, it's also where we dump all the paperwork, all the bills and letters and things that come to the house. It all seems to end up here, and that just creates chaos. I've also got remove unrelated items. Everything that needs to be fixed ends up on my table. If a kid's book needs fixing or clothes or something, it always ends up on this table. And so that's just more stuff that doesn't belong here. I've also got organized a skinny cupboard. So we've got a really thin, tall cupboard behind me in this dining area. And I want to pretty much take everything out of it and make it better for my stamp storage. That cupboard actually fits 2 of my regular size stamp sets side by side in containers. And so I can, if I clear it out, I can move all my stamps into there. And then I think that would just be nice to have everything that's similar close together. These things might seem like simple and pretty obvious goals, but I am someone who needs the reminders, needs to look back and make sure that I'm keeping on top of these things, or else I get buried in piles of stuff and sometimes I don't even notice them piling up around me. So just to have a reminder here is going to be helpful. So some of my other goals this year involve my position as a magic maker for hobby hoppers. So while I feel like I did pretty good with keeping on top of my monthly projects last year, I really want to be more consistent with the other things that are required of me in that role. Things like social media interaction, interacting with other hobby hoppers customers, unboxings, and just more interaction on premieres as well. Those are my main goals for being a magic maker this year. Another big goal of mine is to hit 5,000 subs on YouTube. So I'm at just under 2.5 at the moment, and I was going to go with 3,000 as my goal, but I have that terrible habit of making goals that I almost know I can achieve to avoid disappointment. I think I can hit 3,000 easy this year. So I didn't want that to be my goal. I wanted to go for something a little more challenging. So going for 5,000 means I'm going to have to be more consistent with a whole bunch of things like my Instagram posts, my community posts on YouTube, sharing my work in all the groups that I'm allowed to share it in. Things like that will help me get there. It is truly about a lot of consistency. I also have new types of content that I want to add to the channel, and all of this is going to have to be planned in advance. So I need to be really organized with all of this stuff. Another really big goal of mine this year is to design my own washi. It's something I have been planning on doing for a very long time. I've been sitting on some designs for a while. I've made some really cute ones, some ones that will never make it, but I feel pretty confident about a couple of them, and I thought, why not just give it a chance? So this year I am hoping to have at least 1 or 2 designs out. I have other goals that I will add later on in the year as they come to me, but for now, my last one I'm adding for today is health. If you've been sticking around for a while, you might know already that I have 2 autoimmune diseases and I've got problems with iron. There's something about the beginning of a new year that just makes me want to get more organized and start really good habits. And while I have managed things well in the past, I really want to focus on nailing it. I'm also adding more health goals this year, things like exercise and walking every day. I'll be walking my son to school, so that's going to be a huge change for me, what I'm really excited about. There's also other things there, like get my skin checked. I live in Queensland, I should already be doing that. And other things like just making sure I'm on top of all my blood tests and renewing my scripts for all my medication. So my goals are done for now. Like I said, I will add more later and I might do videos of them as they come to me. But for now I'm going to finish off just by highlighting the titles to make this page a bit brighter. I love having this goal page in my planner. Some of these things are kind of lists that I can tick off, but the other ones are here so that whenever I feel like I'm not progressing or doing something right, I can come back and look at these and just go over them, making sure I'm following all the steps that I had planned out for things like gaining YouTube subscribers. If things go stagnant, maybe I should go back to that list and ensure that I'm implementing all of those things. So that's all from me today. Please make sure you're leaving me some comments below. I would love to know what your goals are. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.